The Prime Minister's package running into crores of rupees to help daily wages and migrants in the poorest section of society survive amidst this lockdown. But every day, horrific stories continue to emerge on how the poor are dealing with the extended lockdown and the hardships that they're undergoing. Now, one such case is from the interiors of East UP's Gorakhpur district, where the family of a 37-year-old daily wager who died in Delhi of chicken pox had to carry out his last rites using a symbolic straw dummy in their village. This is because the body is in Delhi and the family, who live in extreme poverty, have no way of getting it back home to Uttar Pradesh, to Gorakhpur. The 37-year-old man, Sunil, had gone to Delhi in January this year to work as a daily wager. He lived on rent there and used to work at a tire repairing shop. On the 11th of April, he fell ill and his landlord then took him to a hospital in the city. And according to reports, he was then referred to 3 hospitals. Finally, he passed away on the 14th of April. Well, let's go across to Alok. And Alok, these are all the reports coming in regarding this man who left Gorakhpur, and now his family, who live in extreme poverty, as you told us, are forced to, perform the final rites using a straw dummy.
Well, yes, and it's a really sad story. So just to give you a chronology of what happened, this man, Sunil, he's 37 years old, and in January he went to Delhi to work as a daily wager. His family is his wife and 5 children, 4 daughters and 1 boy who is 1 year old. So on the 11th of April, he fell ill and he was taken to a hospital, the Hindu Rao hospital, I'm told. He was taken there first by his landlord, who called and informed the family and asked them if they could make arrangements to come and care for Sunil in Delhi. The family, of course, got very hassled, and then after that, they received no word from Sunil, who died on the 14th in the Safdarjung hospital because he was taken there because it was suspected that he could have COVID-19. Later, it turned out he had died of chicken pox. That's the information that we have right now. Now, the ordeal for the family, of course, has been to try and get some way of getting the body back from Delhi. First, they tried repeatedly calling Sunil's mobile number between the 11th and the 14th when he was alive. But of course, he was in hospital with no one else, so no one picked up his call. Then the battery of the phone drained out. The Delhi police, when they took custody of the body on the 14th, they recharged the phone, and then once the family called, a Delhi police personnel told them that Sunil had died and told them that if it was possible, perhaps they would want to make arrangements to come to Delhi to collect the body. I mean, it's obviously a problem in the lockdown, but that's what the police initially requested them, that if possible, they should do so. Now, the distraught wife, she went to the Gram Pradhan because she's very poor. They live in a kacha house, Garki, and they are really very poor. So she went to the Gram Pradhan. The Gram Pradhan says he tried, but nothing could be worked out. So finally, the family called back the police and said that, look, please cremate or carry out the last rites of the body in Delhi itself. And we have no means of taking the body from Delhi back to our village. Then a few days ago, they performed the last rites in the village using a mock last rite, using a straw dummy. That's what they did because they wanted to have some semblance of closure. And by performing the last rites using a dummy, perhaps they got that. The family does not have, the surviving members of the family do not have their name on any ration card, and they also don't have a pakka house. So now the government in UP has visited them, and the proceedings of getting these people a ration card has started. Sunil had his name on his father's ration card, as in on the family's ration card, but these people didn't. So that has started. The government says that they will give the family a pakka house, but the wife is very worried. She has 5 children and no means of surviving unless something is done to help her. So that is the situation. It once again, it's just a reflection of how tough it has been for India's poorest in the lockdown.